Righto, here we go, another one. We're actually heading up to Lake Mountain today because the weather is atrocious. Like, it's like absolutely terrible. So we're going to head up there. We're doing a bit of a blog. Lake Mountain's not too far from Melbourne. It's about an hour and a half. And for those who are overseas, it's the snowfields of Australia. Well, the start of the snowfields in Australia. They're actually one of the world's largest snowfields because they stretch right from the Queensland border all the way down to Tasmania. So there's a hell of a lot of places where you can get snow. Don't be confused, they're not ski fields, but they're just places where the snow can land. So, and those distances can cover like 10, 15 European countries in some cases. So there's a bit of a play on words, but yeah, Australia does hold a hell of a lot of snowfields. So we're going to head up there while we've got this terrible weather going. I've got Jacko and the little man in the back there with me, and the girls and Ollie are in the other car. We're just going to go away on a bit of a family trip. We're staying up at where was it? Warburton. We're going to go and stay in Warburton, and and just go up the snow this afternoon. It's a bit of a pilgrimage for us Victorians every year to go up the snow for a day or a couple of days. You know, we don't get much snow here, so it's a bit of a special event for us. It's not like we live in a country where it snows everywhere in town and everything like that. We have to go and search for it. So, but anyway, come along for the ride. It's quite scenic. No hunting, no fishing, unfortunately, but it's blizzard conditions and all the rivers are closed because the trout are spawning and the cod and everything are spawning. So they've closed all the rivers off. So we just got to make do, a bit of a blog, and enjoy the ride. Well, we're just driving past the Maroondah Reservoir on the north side of Hillsville, and we're about to go through one of the most scenic, I reckon it's a beautiful little part of Victoria. It's the Black Spur, the road that winds through the back of the hills here, and it's covered in mountain ash and grey gum and big mesmate trees, a lot of fern trees, a lot of fernery in there. It's quite a beautiful ride in the middle of summer if you're into your motorbikes and that. And it's quite. It used to be 100 kilometres an hour, but they've taken it down to 80 because it can be quite dangerous through here. But they ruin the fun if you're on a bike. So, but anyway, I'll leave you with a bit of this. I'll double speed it, but it's quite a beautiful part of Victoria. There we go, the Black Spur. What a cool road. I love driving through it. It's like you're driving through Jurassic Park. It's a cool looking spot. It's not far out of Melbourne actually. I'd say it'll only be 60 k's out of Melbourne. And you go up over the mountain range and then down into Buxton, but we won't be going as far as Buxton. We're going to take a right hand turn just before Buxton and go up into Marysville. And there's a little lake there where I actually taught the boys how to fly cast and catch fish. They stock it every year with rainbow trout every springtime. Well, every open season, which is the 7th of September. So every open they stock it right up full of fish, and all the families get down there and try their luck. So anyway, when we get there, I'll give you a bit of a look at it. Righto, we just I'm going to take this for a quick look. It's absolutely pissing down with rain. And this is the headwaters. It doesn't look too clear. Go on, boys. I'm dragging them along with me. This is the headwaters of the mighty Stevenson. It's not really that mighty at the moment. It's quite brown, but it holds a lot of trout in it. And there's that's just crossing over the bridge at Marysville. There's another little walkway here, and as you can see in the background, this is the lake where I bring the family. Beautiful little lake, and they stock it full, like absolutely full of rainbow trout. Nothing too spectacular. I think they put a few big ones in there, but it's a real good spot to come in springtime with the family. You know, like you can really spend a good afternoon here, have a bit of a barbecue and that. What do you want to do? Go back to the car? You want to put your snow gear on? Mugger? Yeah. Have a look at you. You got it all over your head and everything. I got him a meringue and he's rubbed it all over the top of his head. Anyway, it's rain often means snow on top of the hill. So hopefully we'll have a good afternoon. Well, we're halfway up the hill. I'll show you out the window. There's a bit of snow on the ground. It's starting to snow. It's real sleety snow, but we're stuck in traffic. It looks like everyone's had the same idea. There's so many people compared to what there used to be up here. It's just mayhem, really. So we'll see how we go. It says that we've got half an hour to get up the hill, and it's in traffic. So you want to get up the snow and have some fun, Macca? Yeah. You just can't wait, can you? Huh? No. So we'll see how we go. But it's definitely cold, and there's snow on the ground, not too high. I'd say it would only be at about 1,000 feet. So it should be a good day if we can get up there. Righto, we just went through the toll booth. They don't accept cash, so be prepared when you come up here. Make sure you got money on your card. I mostly only deal in cash. Oh, you're eating the snow. He's eating the snow off his window. Anyway, be prepared when you come up here to have credit on your card, because I went to pay with cash and unfortunately they don't accept it. Oh, I think that's not too good, but it is what it is. So, and you don't get phone reception up here either. So anyway, I was actually just wondering why there's so much ice on the road and that. The snow plough is actually stacked back there on the side of the road. It's hung up on the cutting. It's got a smashed window and everything. Looks as if it was about to tip over. I'll flick up a few photos of it or a little bit of video on the way back past it. It's there's definitely a heap of snow coming down. It's real good. It's good, isn't it? It's stopped snowing. There's quite a lot of sleet around. There's people everywhere up here. It's just mad. You holding on? You ready? Hey, say hi. Ready? Hey. Oi. 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 Whoa. Do you want to go by yourself? You want to go by yourself again? Come on. Hold on to the reins. What a mission. That was mayhem. There was people everywhere. I've never seen so many people up here. And the snow got quite sleety at the end. Well, it was just sleet and rain at the end, so we're quite wet. Poor Macca in the back got cold, didn't you, Mac? We're going to go have a nice meal at the pub. Yeah? It's quite tired too, so... Anyway, now we've got an hour and a half to get to Warburton. That's where we're staying the night. It should be a nice little place that we're going to go to. I'm not sure the missus booked it, but we'll go and have a look. So we've turned up at our hotel slash cult in Warburton. It's so bizarre, man. It's like a old hippie commune or something. Have a look at the beds on the floor for the kids. So we ordered a room with a queen bed or a king bed with 2 sets of bunks. We ended up with 2 mattresses on the floor and like a mammoth bed. I do not know where we are. And what was it? It was like a food hall for like hippie camp, wasn't it? It was so strange. It's so strange. I'm a bit weird. I'm a bit weirded out by the whole thing. Anyway, I'll try and get some footage in the morning. Everyone's wearing like, each to their own, like wear your floral numbers and that, but they all look like flower children, don't they? It's definitely culty. There's definitely some sort of hippie commune going on. Anyway, I'll take you out here. I'll go for a walk down here. So these are the rooms. They don't look too bad from the outside. But I'll take you down to the boys' room where they're staying. The thing's falling apart. Hey. So not too bad, but like there's just little beds situated in here. Look at the walls, man. The walls are all falling apart. Very, very strange. Very strange. Look how dirty the mirror is. There's dust and dirt everywhere. Anyway, hope we all survive the night. I'll just take us for a bit of a walk through Cult Central. It's definitely not the most luxurious place that you can go to. There's different strokes for different folks, but there's some different folks in here, eh? I don't know what's going on.
Why do you got a camera? Hey!
Just having a look around, mate. Nice thatched roof. Already been strung. The decor's a bit
Now, where is your jacket?
a bit different. We'll go out, see if we can get out here. sort of feel dodgy walking around with the camera, but I'll show you in here what is going on. It's not a restaurant. It's quite quaint if you're into scary shit. Anyway, I've stayed in some doozies in my life, but this one, it's even it's freaking me out a little bit. What the hell? What the actual hell? Like they got like a massive food hall, but they got no bar. I don't know where everyone's getting their food from. The rooms are a disgrace. The service was just horrible. They said that they booked us rooms and yeah, there was nothing to go back to, so they had to shift beds and mattresses and all that sort of shit around. Anyway, we're heading down the pub now.
Everyone needs a seatbelt, please.
We're going to get out of this joint for a bit and go down to, what is it? The Alpine pub. Well, anyway, we're going to go down the Alpine pub. I think it's called in Warburton. But this joint here, like, without a word of lie, I'm not the only one that feels it. Does everyone sort of feel the same way?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not haunted. It's
not haunted. It's hippies, man. It feels like we're in a brothel.
Yeah, it feels like we're in some kind
without
of
the kids knowing what that is. Excuse us. Don't ask what it is.
What's that like?
We're at the pub. I think I figured out what was going on. I think it is a little bit, Warburton is a little bit of a alternative town by the looks of things. Everyone was wearing their cotton, what were they wearing? Like cotton dresses, yeah?
Yeah, like Sovereign Hill.
Yeah, it looked like we walked into like this weird hippie Sovereign Hill, for people who know what Sovereign Hill is. It was just very, very strange. But anyway, the pub looks mad.
We can't get in.
The pub looks loud. We're going to have a big meal here and some beers, and the kids are going to have some. Yeah, I think you can get in there. Kids are going to have some raspberries, and we're all going to have a good time. What are you going to get?
Yeah, chips.
Chicken and chips.
Yeah, have it.
So what are you getting? What are you getting? I'm just going to have a look around. I'll just give you a quick look at the bar. Quick look at the bar, bit of a pool table, gaming room. Dodgy as the food was shit. But the food was terrible. Anyway, we'll go to another pub down the road. Come on, kids. So we've ended up at the pub down the end of the road, and it's a hell of a lot better. I think the other joint was a bit of a tourist trap, like one bit of focaccia, like without a word of lie. It was like, how much was it? Like 80 mil by 80 mil? Not even. Like it was like $9. Oh, sorry, it was like $9 for one. It wasn't like a piece of cake. It was like half the size of a cigarette, a ciggy box, wasn't it? It was half the size of a ciggy box, and it was $9 with a little dollop of olive oil. Like this pub's heaps better. Like this is actually a proper pub. I'll take you for a bit of a walk around here. The boys are playing pool over there. Like a proper, like old school pub in Warburton, and the menu's a hell of a lot different because the food at the other joint was just woeful. But anyway, that's us. And the locals here seem quite normal too, so I'm not sure what this pub is called. It's just called the Warburton Hotel, I think. Much better, old school. The other joint was like glorious, you know what I mean? Like it was pretty spectacular, but this joint here is just like an old school pub with proper old school food. Like the kids got a second meal here. That's how dismal the other joint was. And not meaning to bag someone out or anything like that, but if you're going to put a meal on, like put a meal on, especially when you're going to charge someone like $13 or whatever it is for like a square of focaccia with olive oil that was no bigger than a packet of cigarettes, you know, like a disgrace. Anyway, the Warby Hotel. It's like we're back at the hotel, and like this is my second go at it, like, and you know what, it's just like, it smells mouldy. I hate to whinge about things. I've lived in the back of a four-wheel drive for like 10 years. I've lived in the mouldiest places on earth, but if you're paying money, I don't know what's going on. Look, next morning at our accommodation, actually it's quite old looking. It looks like sort of an old scout hall or something up on stilts. But yeah, what a strange place Warburton is. I don't normally hate on places, and I'm not really hating now. It's just like they're trying to set an agenda here, and you can't differ from it. Like I asked where the cigarette machine was at the pub, and she scoffed at me, laughed at me. So I'm just a little bit taken back by the place. But the second pub we went to was quite good. The second pub we went to was quite nice. Good food, good hearty Australian pub food, you know. The other joint had like entrees of like, I think it was just very vegetarian or vegan. We've had that much rain over the past couple of days. I don't even know if we're going to get home. A lot of the roads are blocked from water coming over them. And I suppose a bit of that snow melt after that big rain that we had too. There's a hell of a lot of water around. All the animals up on the little islands, high and dry. And there's a few wombats out of their holes. I dare say that they'll be out because of the flooding that's going on. Anyway, we're going the back road to Hillsville at the moment, and hopefully it's not too flooded. On the way home, I just thought I'd pull into a place that I used to fish quite often when I was younger. I haven't fished it in a few years now. I'm not sure if they still stock it, but it's what we always knew it as Winnicke Reserve. It's Sugarloaf Reserve, the water that feeds Melbourne. So it's quite a large body of water, man-made lake, that's fed by the Yarra River. They used to stock it with trout, yellow belly, all sorts of different fish. You can only use lures there. Well, that's what I was under the understanding of. You can only use lures. Apparently it still fishes all right in some spots. There's a lot of redfin in there. So I'll take you up there and we'll just have a look on the way home, because it is on the way home. As I said, it's quite a large body of water. It's the water catchment that feeds Melbourne. So we'll just head up there and I'll show you around a bit. Righto, I'll let you out. We'll go and have a look, eh? It's definitely a massive body of water here. And we used to come here and smash the reddies back in the day. Like, we used to have quite a good time on the reddies. Have a look at that. Like, it's huge. It's huge. It'd be maybe, I'd give it 3 kilometres, 2 kilometres across. Yeah, maybe 2.5 kilometres the whole way across. So it's quite a massive lake. Now, they used to release a lot of trout here. I'm not sure if they still release trout here. But the other thing that gets around in here, or used to get around in here, which is quite well known, was the herds of red deer, like massive amounts of red deer in here. I've been down here fishing and actually had them come down and swim in the water next to me. So, well, not really swim, but just swim across to another point. So, but anyway, that's it. And the weather's heaps better than what it was yesterday, eh? Well, for the last 2 days. As you've seen the flooding on the way home and that, so. Anyway, I'll get back in the car and we'll start heading home. And thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everyone who's liked and subscribed and added comments to the videos. Look, it really does help me out, you know, like I'll the more input that I get from yous, the more I can make these videos for you, which we're all enjoying doing. So just yeah, leave your comments, subscribe, and I'll see yous on the next one.